What's up, guys? Welcome to Talk Rice to Me. I am your host for today, Jay Chan. Which way are we going? We'll go this way.
I'm Vivian.
I'm Brad.
I'm Jesse.
And do you watch The Bachelorette?
I did this season.
You did?
Normally, I don't watch it, but I actually did this season.
So you watched The Bachelorette. Okay,
Yeah.
Bachelorette. We're going to give Jesse and...
Do you watch it?
I always saw it on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
I just want to discuss some of like the controversies. Wanted to tell
I know
Brad.
she's Asian, right? First Asian.
She's
First,
Vietnamese.
first,
Beautiful.
yes. First Asian American,
Yeah.
Jenn Tran, right? She's like the first Asian American Bachelorette. All these dudes showed up for her. As the season ended, there's some controversies, would you say?
Yeah.
So, the guy that she proposed to, I forgot his name, is Devin?
Devin.
Devin.
He looked like Pete Davidson, but fat.
He like look
Like
like
a little chunky.
Really?
Yeah.
I just
Like
wanna-
if you see it, you can't unsee it after I say that.
Yeah.
He looked a little like Pete Davidson.
You can look it up right now if you want.
They can talk while they talk. I'll look it up.
I'll say like this one, the dudes they put on that show, they some scrubs. You gotta admit.
Yes,
I'm like,
yes.
dog.
There's actually backstories to that.
Right? Like, and then another thing, they said that they set this girl up to fail. I think that's one of the backstories because supposedly she was not the first option to be the Bachelorette.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So a lot of the guys,
Yeah, it does look like him a little. A great value version.
they said,
Timu. Timu B. Davidson. I'm sorry, man. I don't mean no disrespect.
nah, you can disrespect him. Supposedly people hate him.
Yeah. He
People
was pretty
hate
bad.
him.
Oh, really?
He like love bombed her.
Yeah.
Toxic.
I've seen what she looks
Yeah.
like.
Narcissist vibes.
Yeah, so I only we thank you for bringing that the love bomb and stuff. So a lot of them they didn't show up for her. Supposedly, a lot of the guys there they wanted the other girls as the Bachelorette.
Apparently, like when they screen the guys, they tell them to be like, okay, like this is the Bachelorette, but then the original girl dropped. So then they were, I think she was probably like second choice or third choice. I'm not sure.
Something like that, yeah.
But
But she was gonna be. She was Asian.
yeah,
So they were gonna
but
be,
literally like in the show, at least one or two guys were like, oh, I thought the Bachelorette was supposed to be like this person, not you. Like they said it to her face.
and on camera. They
Yeah,
They
yeah.
let that shit roll. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, those guys, they just did not have good sportsmanship at all. Like, they were always trying to be, like, so competitive with each other. And, like, just had really, really nasty attitudes and just a lot of, like, jealousy and competition. I mean, that was probably, like, my first Bachelorette I've was, like, dedicated to watch. Maybe the other seasons were similar. But I was just like, man, if I was ever in a dating show like that, I'd probably would hate it.
But this is my
It was
Lot
pretty
of
bad.
this is my first question about it is those dating shows, those reality dating shows. Don't you guys think it's kind of messed up that when it's with the guys, don't you think they're showing up more so just to win? And most of the time, they're not even there to like find love. They're just there to win the competition. They just see it as a competition.
Clout too.
I think it goes
Or,
both
yeah,
ways,
well,
like
yeah,
guys
social
and
media.
girls.
Do you think girls are the same way too?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because it's like once you're in those like reality dating shows, it opens up more opportunities. Like you can get on like another dating show, or like you end up popping off like as an influencer. Like you're
Yeah.
you're on a lot of like talk shows and just everything.
Yeah, there's a I think it was Love Is Blind. There's this girl on there. I think it was Love Is Blind, like from previous seasons ago. I think she was actually Asian too, and she capitalized the fact that she was on Love Is Blind, and she like blasted on her social media. She got huge, simply because she was on Love Is Blind. And she basically was telling her side of being on the show, and she blew up because of it.
Oh.
Because of like, if you watch the show, you don't see a lot of stuff. They only like highlight like certain people.
Gotcha.
They're like favorites.
Yeah, they have favorites, or it's like I believe it's believe it's scripted too.
Yeah, they
Oh,
want
yeah.
they want controversy. They
Yeah.
zoom in on the people who are
Yeah,
doing the controversy and stuff. So they want like a villain and stuff like that on the
Yeah.
road. That's the gist of it. And then my second question is, Jenn Tran, as you mentioned, was the first Asian American,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I think she said this that she has like a lot of insecurities because like I guess her childhood and stuff like that. So, do you think her insecurities and her traumas was just, one of them was like not being loved and stuff like that made her more susceptible to being screwed over by Devin? Because like you mentioned, this guy love bombed her. Jesse, you mentioned this before on these dating shows. They say I love you after like 8 weeks, but you dating like 8 freaking dudes at the same time. You're like, but I love you. But I love you. Like, bro, she's like kissing and sucking face with another dude like an hour ago.
20 other dudes.
Exactly. And you're saying like I love you and stuff. But do you think it's because low key, she is Asian American? I feel like you're an Asian American woman that they suffer from some of these traumas where they don't feel like loved.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Maybe specific to her, I see it a little bit. One, she's also like really young. I think she's only 25. So I know I'm probably gonna get hate for this. Like there's like half the people like love her, and then half the people like don't like her. And I'm like, I don't hate or love her, but I think she just also has a lot of healing to do. Like honest, this girl, she was just going towards all the walking red flags. Like there was this guy, Sam,
Oh yeah.
on there. He was a walking red flag. He was so bad, and he was like winning all the roses, all the dates, and kind of like she was just like macking face with him like half the time before he got like sent home at that.
Did you watch it because it was a Via girl showing like support?
Kind of, yeah. So like some of my homegirls got together, and then they kind of started like Bachelorette night. So we would like meet every week just to like get together and watch it. So that's why I got committed. Like I don't think I would have watched it on my own. I probably would have watched like clips of it.
Going back to what you said, so you're basically saying, from what, like I said, I didn't watch it, I don't know. It sounds like you're saying that she would basically went onto the show to find love. Maybe, like I don't know if she like probably did it to actually find love or for clout. I don't know. I'm just, like I said, neutral, unbiased opinion. So you're basically saying that she went on there and let's say she was going for love.
I think she was
not,
yeah.
She was not in a place to actually find love because she had too much trauma.
I think so, but I don't know her, but I would hope that, I think like after from that show, she probably had some lessons learned too. I mean, like she's only 25 too, so she has so much like growing up to do.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, like she was pretty heartbroken with that, but I think she'll be okay then.
Just from my interpretations, I feel like what you're describing is a very common thing in the dating world right now, where you have a lot of people who go out there trying to date when they're not actually ready to date. You know, they haven't done the self work.
Well, you said that she went after all the red flags. What do you mean, like, for example, Sam? How was he a red flag?
He was just like, he was so cocky. Like I feel like he just had really bad like sportsmanship. He always kind of like was so negative about others. Like if others got like a one-on-one date with her, he would be so salty about it. And he was just like, you could just tell everything he said, he was like, oh, like I love you, like I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And then it was just like, okay, like why do you like Sam? Like doesn't look like a good guy at all too. Yeah.
And then the next guy, the person that she ended,
and then Devin, I didn't really watch all the episodes. I watched I missed here and there, but Devin, I think we all were surprised because, well, I say I was kind of like surprised, but I think some of my other friends, they were like, he had something like off around like about him from the start. But basically it was like he won, like how some people anticipated. But like after the proposal, he like pulled back and everything, like stopped texting her. And then like a week later after the proposal, called her to break up with her over the phone. And then was like, yeah, like I'm not ready to date. After like saying all these things to her, like I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Like they talked about moving together. Yeah, so it was straight love bombing.
So he probably did it for clout.
And
Yeah, for sure.
even worse, he ended with her over the phone. Think about it, they're engaged after the show. Called her, 15-minute phone call, ended it. Follows a girl that was supposed to be the Bachelorette that same night.
And then it was like the finale when they went live and they sat next to each other. It was just kind of like when he was talking about everything that happened, he was just like, you could just tell he gave off like toxic vibes. Like instead of saying stuff like, I know like this like hurt us, you know, like XYZ, he just like kind of directed at her. Like, I know this like hurt you. Like, I know how that feels. And she's like, you don't know how it feels because you literally like went off and like partied and stuff while I was over here like heartbroken. I had to like rewatch, you know, like the whole season and like kind of like suffer in silence because of like the NDA and stuff they had to sign.
So
and
the
those reps.
finale, they're broken up.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah.
Oh, so he like won, and then he's like, all right, peace.
Yeah.
Basically, like
Got what
right,
he-
like immediately.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I didn't even watch it, but I just saw it on TikTok. Every episode, there's a new villain. Like, yo, this guy sucks. And I was like, dang, okay, cool. And then the finale was this past week, and they're like, yo, Devin sucks, man. This guy love bombed her and stuff like that. And so my main thing I grasped from it was like she just got love bombed hard, and I feel like she just sucked that up. And Jesse, you and I have someone that we're very close with who gets love bombed very easily, and that just felt like I feel like Asian girls get love bombed way too easily.
For sure, open that can of worms.
Yeah,
I don't think it's just an Asian girl thing. I think
It's
it's
not,
Asian. I
okay.
think it's an Asian thing in general because I think it comes from like childhood trauma, because we grow up in an environment where the Asian culture or Oriental culture is basically your parents make you feel like you're not good enough and that you always have to what is it, like overachieve or whatever the term is. And I think that like you basically you feel kind of like you're not good enough growing up. Do you guys feel like that growing up, that your parents always like do better, whether it's with grades or whatever? And so you get that tiny little bit of like love bombing,
love bombing, affection.
and you just eat that up.
Yeah,
You eat that. It's like the extreme of what you didn't get as a kid.
yeah.
And so that's why you become so receptive of it and you love it.
I also think a lot of Asian girls can relate to her because not only that other guys have mentioned like, oh, I thought, Maria was supposed to be the Bachelorette, and then obviously like Devin like followed Maria and then like had these allegations of like whether or not maybe like he cheated. I don't really know, or like hung out with her. As like an like Asian American woman, it kind of like makes you feel a certain way. It's just like you pour out, like your heart out to this person, but then it's like you always fall short because of like a non-Asian American woman.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
feel like you're not good
So
enough.
yeah, so like I saw on
Oh.
TikTok there was so many Asian girls that were like, I relate to you, Jen. Like I feel for you. It's just like you're always like second compared to, like another outside of like an Asian woman.
Hey, I'm gonna actually flip this around. That's how Asian guys feel, because there's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
stigma when they're like,
Oxford
Dude.
study.
yeah, the Oxford study, like do you know,
Oxford study.
they say that why are all the Asian girls dating the white dudes? That's how Asian guys feel when the Asian girls always date the white dudes.
It's hard out there.
Yeah. I will say I don't know if it's advice, but I think for guys and girls, just be like, well, you know what is that saying you always tell me, Jesse? Or people always say like rejection is a redirection or something like that. Like it just means like that person wasn't meant for you.
Oh,
and
what
that's
I
okay.
said?
Yeah, I forgot there's a saying. They were
Oh.
like, if someone rejects you or picks someone else over you, don't see it as something wrong with you. That just means that person wasn't a good fit for you, and just keep it moving. Don't take it personally. Is basically what people say.
Basically, what I always say is that if somebody rejects you, it's not an indictment on you as a person, and you should not see it as a negative thing. You should see it as a positive that, guess what, that person probably saved your time, because they rejected you. That means that obviously there's something wrong where like you guys probably don't match.
Yeah.
They are basically doing you a favor by ending it. So now you are free now to go find somebody that actually does mix with you better, who's more compatible with you, who maybe is just meshes well better with you. You want to choose somebody that chooses you. And if they don't choose you, then guess what? That's a blessing. Now you're free to go find somebody who will choose you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
So,
don't
it is rejection is redirection.
Yeah. So yes, you are correct.
So that's advice just for all the Asian dudes and Asian girls out there that feel like they get, second place.
Yeah.
Hey, one day someone's gonna give you first place, and that's the only first place that matters. So, any more thoughts?
Did she get to choose like the guys that were on the show, or is it totally random? Like, did she
Random.
tell them?
No,
Her
I
type?
think they screened the guys. I think the guys knew who the Bachelorette was or like supposed to be. But for the girl, they kind of is like
They just give her a mix.
kind of give her probably like didn't tell them the name and like the face, was just kind of like a mix. Like there's people that are like would be into her, would be compatible, or they probably just threw in people just for the plot.
I heard there was no Asian guys,
plot. There was one one Vietnamese guy, but he got eliminated.
Early?
but only one
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
how many?
He was one in the season.
How early
But
did they
I'm
get
saying,
eliminated? Oh, go ahead.
I'm saying out of how many guys? Like how many guys are
20, I want to say, around 20.
You
That's
should have been
so
on there.
low.
You should have been on there.
Yo, low key, my friends applied for me. I did not get it. Yeah, I think they sent me. They did. They showed me. They were like a little bio and shit.
That could have been you. That could have been
Love
you.
the Blind DC is premiering October 2nd and 3rd. I had a lot of my friends ask me to sign up. I was like, I cannot skip the gym for 2 weeks or however long I'm supposed to be in that pod.
They don't have a. I forget.
Maybe, but I was
She
just
do
like,
her squats. in
I was like, I
fucking
need my
pod.
structured schedule. Like, I can't just be in a pod.
That's when you mentioned that there's only one Asian dude, I just briefly glanced over who was like on the show. I'm like, I feel like they did her dirty. Like I
They
feel
were
like,
not it. Like,
Like a bunch
if,
of like fat dudes.
I don't.
No offense.
I don't know. I was just like, if I was in Jen's shoes,
Medium ugly,
you could probably
Brad. Medium
tell.
ugly.
I probably like you
Oversized,
could probably
no,
tell by
plus
my
size.
like
Plus
facial expressions.
Yeah,
They
like when,
were not it. Like either personality, looks, and like
yeah. When I saw all the people that were like just pulled up, just briefly looking there, just briefly looking at their appearances, I'm like, dude, like I can, like, who are these dudes? Like I
Hey, appearance isn't everything.
appearance
okay?
isn't everything, but the one person that she mentioned, like that Sam dude,
yeah.
objectively speaking, okay, I'm very confident in my sexuality as a straight man. That guy's a good looking dude.
Yeah, I thought he was cute.
He's
but
a
then
good
like
looking dude.
throughout the show, I was like, man, he's a dick. Like
But-
I was not attracted. I was just like, yeah.
But
He
I-
ain't medium ugly, right?
he ain't
No,
medium
no.
ugly, dude. I'm serious, bro. When they pulled him up on the screen or whatever, I'm like, yo, this guy's probably gonna be like the top 4. I can already tell this guy's like the best looking dude objectively. He probably top 4.
I think he was.
Yeah, I didn't follow the Bachelorette at all, and at the very end, I was like, oh, he ended up being top 4. I'm like, he just looks good. I'm like, yo, you guys, whoever the casters were, I mean, y'all should have brought more dudes that look like that, like objectively look good.
I can see he's
If
a,
you're-
There
if
was one.
he's a
I
very
think
all-American
he was
looking
like
guy.
a
Exactly.
sweetheart. I think his name was Jonathan. Where everyone was like, he was a fan favorite. Where he was just like really sweet. Like he was probably one of the few guys that was actually there for Jen, not because that they were casted thinking that Maria was going to be the Bachelorette, but then just kind of like winged it and wherever was just there.
I'm not gonna lie, you're right. If I saw this dude on the street, I'd be like, this dude fucks.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a good looking dude.
But when you hear him talk, he just gets more and more annoying.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But-
Good looking dude.
he's a good looking dude. Like I said, if it was just purely based off looks, I knew 100% that man was gonna be like top 4. And then you said that she ignored all the red flags. Yeah, she probably ignored all the red flags.
All the
'cause he-
green flags? You mean?
Huh?
All the green flags?
no, the Sam dude.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like she
yeah.
ignored all his red flags just
Yeah.
because he
She was just
probably
like
looked
making
good.
out with him,
Exactly.
going on one-on-one dates, and
Oh, she
A-
was in
a
love.
lot of the guys got salty because it was like he was just getting picked without reason.
Is it in this like based in like one city, or is
I
it the whole
think they
country?
did it in Los Angeles,
Oh snap!
but all the guys were just from like different parts. Like Sam was from North or South Carolina. There was somebody from Texas.
Hold up, the pool is the whole country. Why are they picking bums?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, when
Maybe
I
they
see,
wanna-
Probably for the plot.
Maybe they want to make it more relatable because not everybody's an Adonis.
yeah, but at
Nah,
the
you don't gotta
same-
be, but
You don't
like,
gotta. Yeah, go ahead.
like if the pool's the entire country and the girl like she has a good job. I think what is she?
She's a
PA.
PA
Yeah, she got a
student.
good job. She's attractive. Everyone else, every dude on that show should be attractive and have a pretty good job. If the whole pool is the country,
Yeah.
Hey,
like there's no excuse.
And you got to realize at the end of the day, women put less emphasis on physical attraction than men do.
That is true. I would agree with that. Is true. Yesterday we were talking about the masculine versus the female versus the male gaze, but at the same time, like I said, that Sam dude, clearly she was looking for people that look like Sam.
I mean,
She definitely had a
yes,
type.
She had a
Like-
type.
I could be completely wrong. I could be. Okay, this is just an unbiased opinion. I just think that women in general are less. The weight of attraction is less on the physical side than it is for males.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, in general, I think men in general put more weight on physical attraction than women. Women, they look at the whole package.
Yeah.
But it can be skewed if they're very good looking. But Viv's, like you said, you thought he was attractive, but he got less attractive as you watch more because you see his personality and that like bumps him down a couple notches.
Yeah, I was like, this guy sucks.
So that's what I say. For like I said, that's just what I'm saying. I just think for women, physical attraction means less than men.
Yeah, no, but this is like the Pro Bowl.
Like
essentially,
like
right?
Devin, like Devin
like, you
was
sh-
not like the most attractive guy.
That's
like,
true.
Yeah, and he ended up like winning.
Hey,
And then now he ended up getting like a lot of hate.
Well, how about this? I'm not saying they all have to be like extremely attractive people, but they should all be like batting around the same average. Like even when a couple years ago, I saw like not one season, like 1 or 2 episodes of The Bachelor because someone's like, "Yo, watch with me." I found whatever. I saw the girls came up. I'm like, dang, all these girls look good. Like they all pretty. Like this man had no problem it's like it was not gonna be down to looks. Like they all look very attractive. That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like they should do that. But as you mentioned, Jesse, women don't see everything as physical. Guys see more things physical.
But the show is picking, right?
Yeah, the show.
So why you're saying you watch The Bachelor
Mhm.
and all the girls are attractive?
Yes, they were like
why is it
all
diff-
attractive.
Why they screw her then? Or I don't know if you've seen other Bachelorettes, but like, are all the other dudes attractive? Or
I can't remember. I mean, I haven't seen one where I'm like, damn. Actually, there was one. There was like a joke on Instagram where they're like, because Sam was also like a contractor. There was another guy that was also a contractor, but he was a lot nicer. And like now I think he's like successful. His name was like Tyler Cameron. So he like has his own like remodeling show and stuff. But I liked him better than this guy. And everyone's just like, there can never be another Tyler Cameron.
But yeah, I don't know. I agree with you though, and I see where you're coming from. That it's not all down to looks, which it's not. I'm not trying to say that, but I just thought the variance on this season was very large. Like you had people that look very attractive, and you had some people that I'm like, dude, I doubt that if this guy was on the street, you would say that guy was on The Bachelorette.
Yeah, this season was something.
And
I
maybe-
was-
That's all I'm saying.
Hey, Brad, maybe they screened a lot of people, and the ones that were that attractive, maybe they just weren't a good fit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they don't want too many people. Maybe 'cause, like, it's showbiz. Maybe they don't want too many, whatever that guy's name is. Maybe there was a lot of guys that we can only have one type of guy. Like, cause like with those type of shows, they do behavioral like interviews and stuff like that. So they probably interviewed. I mean, I'm not saying they did, but they probably had a good idea of what like type of person he is, and maybe they brought him on specifically so he could be that type of
to fill a
individual
certain role.
Yeah.
to fill that role.
Hey,
Yeah.
I got also another thing to say. That I know you say they do behavioral studies. There's another controversy that they're basically thrown under like at the show. I think one of the guys who's like in the top 4 as well. This man has a whole Facebook group of women that say they've been like essayed by him.
Oh yeah, there
What?
was like they didn't really screen well, like
Ooh,
background
never
and
mind.
stuff.
Take my thing back.
But that's what I mean. I'm like they really screwed this girl. I feel
Yeah.
like they screwed her over pretty hard.
It's like, do you think they valued like the tea and like the drama and like the juiciness over
I-
than because that's how you get views. It's just like you have a
Yeah.
guy that's a dick, you have a guy,
Yeah.
you know, all that stuff.
I still think that regardless of the fact, I don't know, and I'm just assuming that the show is still a business. They have to make money at the end of the day. So maybe they did all this intentionally because they know people like us are gonna sit here and talk about it.
You're right.
Because that gives them more attention and they're
You're
gonna
right.
make more money from it. They can't make it a perfect world because then everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, that's good," and it becomes unmemorable when people love the tea. People love the drama. You're gonna talk about the drama. So maybe they did all this on purpose just so they can create more buzz,
Exactly.
more hype, and so people can talk about it and they make more money and they want to come back.
You're
in the
right.
If
future.
you're picking MVPs of the nation, then it's not going to be. It'll probably be kind of boring.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, you know what? I have a good point. You have a good point because I just thought about it. It's like if you pick everyone that looks great, I don't
Looks great, has good job, good personality, easy to get along with.
Yeah.
It would be a boring show.
It's gonna
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. You're right.
It's like
you're right.
sports. You know how they say like the really really good teams. You need one guy that's like a freaking dog who's
Oh,
like
yeah,
who's like
yeah.
you need one villain who just to like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like I feel like it's like that.
Yeah. Also, and like with the people who are less attractive and stuff, I'm sure people want because they're like an underdog, so you like pull for them, and that makes more.
Right,
views
have
and
a
stuff.
great
It's showbiz.
personality.
Like I said,
You're right.
it's
You're right.
showbiz. Like
You're
they do.
right.
I feel like I said, from just
Yeah, I forgot his
perspective.
name, but like he's not attractive at all. But when you watch him, it's like the way he like reacts. Like his eyes are always just bugging like this. Like it definitely stuck to my friends and I. Like and then like my friends love him. I think his name is like Hakeem or something. I have to double check. Yeah.
Hakeem.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that
He's
wait, so
funny.
you were noticing his facial expressions,
Like the way he talks, like his like facial expressions or his reactions would just always be like very bug-eyed, and it'd be like hilarious. To
So
watch.
that was like adorable to you. That's like
I wouldn't say like adorable. I'd be like the fuck, but it obviously like stuck. Like it was something to laugh at. about.
Showbiz.
could you
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
they're in the screening, they tell him a joke. Ah, that's funny. Like damn, this guy's
Like when you see his reaction in like the mental all in the finale, he was just like, or like even throughout the season, like his reactions was just like that's
So he's
that's like his what do you
very
say?
Animated.
animated. He's very animated.
I don't know. That's like his not character, but that's like his
MO?
like signature.
Okay, okay.
Unique trait.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that's all we have for this show. Unless anyone wants to say anything else about the Bachelorette.
Nope.
Someone get Brian on there.
Everybody apply.
Any last words? Any final thoughts?
Hey, Jenn Tran, here's another VA guy you can hit up.
Yeah, Jenn Tran.
He'll heal all your trauma.
Hit my dog up, Brad Duong. He looked better than Sam A.
Jenn Tran to Jen Duong.
Hey.
Nah. I would be so nervous to be on a show like that because everyone is watching you.
It's hard because it's like
I feel like
you're
it'd be
trying to
hard
get
be
intimate,
yourself.
like one-on-one, like getting to know that person, and the
Like a
camera's
camera,
just
like,
in
right
your face. Yeah.
like this. Yeah, I
You
don't
gotta
know.
get used to that PDA.
You gotta get
bruh.
used to it, man.
But
Gotta get used to that PDA.
That's why it's like funny in the season where you just see them talking, and the next thing you know, they're just like attacking each other's faces. Like we are cracking up so
Suck your
much.
face.
And you know what I think is funny though? This man was like, it'd be weird for people to see me on there. This man got videos on social media with like millions of views, like that simply shredded video. You
not a million views.
that you had like a short that was posted on by Simply Shredded or something like that that had like 1 million views or something like that on Facebook or some amount of views. It's like the same thing.
Nah, that's totally different. I'm just working out.
It's the same.
That's way different than someone being like in my face
I
and
know.
like
Yeah, you're
seeing
right.
how I spit game and shit. I'm like, this dude's whack.
Nah, let's be honest. You just scared that your tactic's gonna be out there. You be like, this motherfucker pulled that shit on that show. he putting the same moves on me. I seen this before. I know exactly what you about to say, word for word,
bar for bar. The guy's gonna be like, "Yo, this is chapter 4 in that playbook." Okay, I got you.
I know. I seen this on the Bachelor. Brad about to put his hand right here. He about to kiss me this way. He about to go to the right.
The vape,
Not today.
The vape trick.
trademarks.
It's a real thing. But actually, just random. Would you guys ever go on a dating show? Would you ever go on a dating show?
No,
Nah, I couldn't.
Would you, Jesse? Would you?
I have not seen one dating show where I'm like, damn, they are fine.
What about like Too Hot to Handle or something?
Yeah.
That one's weird.
Even
that
then-
one's like, you're not allowed to like get physical. You can't
Well, I
like
thought you can, but there's like you're like penalized, aren't you?
you can, and sometimes they don't care to get penalized.
You're like, trying to fuck.
But the motive is like you're not supposed to get physical. You're not supposed to pleasure yourself. Like
That's a lot of testosterone end up in there.
yeah, so that's how it gets people to kind of like break the rules.
Oh.
And then they have like kind of like a Google speaker that's like, oh, like somebody broke the rules, so like they get points deducted as a team or like money deducted overall.
Damn.
Oh, there's like a pot for the winner, and every time someone does something physical, it gets
Yeah,
reduced?
yeah.
Oh shit! Do they call out who did it?
No, but I feel like people can get an idea.
Yeah.
Like they can guess. They'll be like, oh, this person and that person like went off somewhere.
I'm a bad liar. I just be cheesing.
Yeah. A lot of them, they'll they'll be like
mother got so
smiling.
Because like, shit, Brad, where'd you just come from?
Yeah. They'll pay
My
attention, and like the people that
dog.
actually do it, they'll like just kind of be like cheesing, like I don't care, like it was worth it. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god. But I agree with y'all's sentiment. I don't think I could ever go on a relationship reality TV show. That's like your most intimate put for the world to see. So well, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Again, Jenn Tran hit my dog up. And until next time, peace.
Jen Duong. Sounds good.